Nyoman and his son are hospitalized as they fight for their lives. Even with intensive care, only about 20% of victims survive. The new mutated virus could prove even more deadly.
Mengingat wabah ini berpotensi menimbulkan terjadinya pandemi di seluruh dunia.
Security personnel move in and set up a command post just outside Tukadaya. Vehicles are sprayed with disinfectant to stop environmental transfer of the virus. From here, they will control all movements to and from the village. The goal, to stop the virus from spreading. All roads leading in and out are cordoned off. This is the first line of defense. For the coming weeks, the 1,000 residents of Tukadaya will rely on authorities to provide everything, from food to medical care. Health workers update the public with regular announcements, and information on what residents should do to reduce their risk of catching the virus are posted around the village. Media outlets broadcast updates and life-saving messages and urge the public to remain calm, while regular media briefings are conducted by national and local authorities in an effort to stop rumors from spreading. Schools and other public places are immediately closed. Children are sent home with extra lessons to keep them occupied over the coming weeks, when they're forced to stay at home. Health workers visit each and every home, checking for new victims and handing out an antiviral drug, for now, the only medicine that offers some protection.
If we do not catch it in time, of course the transmission will be continuously, and then of course bigger problem will occur. So we prevent it right away, and then involving all sectors and also the community.
Homes where victims have been found are cordoned off, and all families rely on the logistics teams to provide daily necessities, even clean water. The once bustling village is now like a ghost town. Every school, shop, restaurant, and market is closed. Nyoman's grandson tries to pass the long days at home in his backyard, not knowing if his father and grandfather will survive. At Bali's international airport, security and health personnel begin to implement stiff control measures. In a potential pandemic, stopping the virus from spreading to other parts of Indonesia and the rest of the world could save millions of lives.
Kami mohon maaf karena sedang terjadi wabah pandemi influenza yang terjadi di daerah Dangin, Tukadaya, Jembrana.
Everyone entering the airport is questioned. Have they been to the affected village? What is their health status? Passengers pass through a thermal scan that detects body temperature. Anyone with a fever is prevented from entering the terminal and boarding their flight. Here, airport workers try to determine who has been near the infected village. Not everyone is happy. Local and international visitors alike try to bypass security and board their flights.
Listen to me, my flight.
Suspected cases are brought to a makeshift clinic set up just outside the international terminal. Annie didn't have a fever, but she had been in Tukadaya 1 week ago, and so she too is being examined. For Bobby, the situation is worse. He has visited Tukadaya 5 days ago and is showing signs of flu. He develops a fever and a hacking cough. doctors send him immediately to nearby Sangla Hospital, while Annie is taken to an airport quarantine center that's been set up to observe suspected cases. If the outbreak spreads, health workers will soon be overwhelmed. Many may be too afraid to go to work, paralyzing health services. At Sangla Hospital, more and more suspect cases arrive at the emergency. One man has already died, and Bobby's symptoms are getting worse. The virus moves quickly into his lungs, and in a few hours he will suffocate, the first foreigner to succumb to the new virus.
Influenza pandemic is a cross-boundaries disease. Nobody immune, not even a single country immune from this disease if it's happened. So it's our humanity and moral obligations to make sure that we can protect our people in our own country, but as well as to protect other countries, people in other countries, so the virus, the disease, not spread to our neighboring countries. This is our main task, not only as one country is in Indonesia, but also as a citizen of the world.
At Nyoman's village, the situation is tense after a long quarantine. Fearing that they too could die from the virus, residents take to the streets and try to break into a truck carrying food and medicine. This is only a small demonstration, but without quick action from the authorities, not only could the virus spread, but also the violence. 2 weeks after alarms were raised, the last case is detected in Tukadaya. For the next 2 weeks, they test for new victims, but none are found. The epicenter is finally under control, and the quarantine can be lifted. The health minister announces the end to the outbreak. The virus has been contained, and just a handful of people have died, a fraction of what would have happened if the virus had spread. It has been an enormous effort. Security personnel, health and transportation workers, community volunteers, all were involved in this containment exercise. And this is just one village. Had it happened in a major city like Jakarta, New York, Cairo, or London, efforts to contain the virus would have taken thousands of emergency workers, stretching the capability of all sectors.